Welcome to the ToasterBotnet, where I babble about random things until you either... Wait, I don't even know what the topic is. It's a ToasterBotnet video, so it must be lame and boring, a little bit nerdy maybe. It should have some weird dog in it. That should do it. And it must be cringy. Definitely needs to be cringy. And some self-deprecating humor to make it a round thing. How can I make the algorithm hate me today? What should I talk about? Wait. Hold on. That's it. Studies have shown many of us have daily mental thresholds of making decisions. The more decision a person makes over the course of a day, the more physically, mentally and emotionally depleted they become. What the F is that all about, and how do we avoid that? Making good decisions is hard. Like right now, you should probably decide to stick around and watch the video if you're not fatigued. Let's talk decision fatigue. Welcome to the ToasterBotnet, where I babble about, we already went there. So today's topic, decision fatigue. So in this series of ToasterBotnet videos, we cover random topics that have connections to a more simpler and easier lifestyle. In contrast to the other series in this channel, this one is all about minimalism, simple living and making your life easier. And decision fatigue is one area where you can change some stuff around to reduce some cognitive load in your daily life. Do you ever just lose your willpower? Like some kind of situation where you have been busy the whole day and another email comes around, another request, another thing happens. And suddenly you have to make a decision and you're like totally mentally exhausted. That's probably decision fatigue. Decision fatigue describes depletion of choice quality with repeated decision making. Some studies suggested people make poorer decisions late in the day that possibly can affect every dimension of life. So in short, extended decision making is exhausting, and this cognitive exhaustion can make you less confident in making choices and can you act more impulsively. Also, the more complicated the decisions, the more stress they can cause. And you might be, well, hold on, I'm not making life or death decisions here, I'm not a doctor. But I'm not only talking about big life-changing decisions, I'm talking about all the small ones, because if we drain our energy with all the daily nonsense, we might make stupid decisions when it's time to make the big ones. We make so much decisions during the day, thousands of tiny decisions. Various sources suggest that the average adult makes around 33,000 to 35,000 total decisions each day, including what we will eat, what we will wear, what we will say and how we'll say it, what clothes to wear, what to eat for breakfast, what route to take to the office, what task to work on when we start the day, what to do this, what to do there. All the tiny, teeny things in our daily lives. And then suddenly when a big life decision comes knocking at the door, for example, you need to decide something very important at work, or if your fridge breaks and you need to buy a new one, or you need to buy a new car even, you need to take out a loan, do some work on big projects. But since you made a gazillion decisions already and it's late, you might have already exhausted your resources. And you might act impulsively and make the wrong decision because you don't want to think anymore. Granted, you might not have to make life or death decisions every day like doctors, soldiers, judges or policemen or something like that. But nevertheless, the more decisions you need to make in a day, the more they are draining your supply on mental energy. So there are actually things we can do to counteract the problem of decision fatigue. For one thing, we can design our lives so that we need to make fewer daily decisions, which not only takes some load of our precious brains, but also makes us more efficient as a side effect. So what to do? So what can we do to make decision fatigue disappear out of our lives? First of all, one of the best things you can get into is probably minimalism. You don't have to give away your kitchen table and eat on the floor, but at least consider getting rid of some stuff in your life. Reduce clutter. Having fewer possessions is like lifting a weight off your shoulders. You feel more free, your home will be more tidy, you will have less items to think about. And when we are talking about minimalism with the lens of decision fatigue, clothes is a big one. Declutter your closet or your wardrobe. Get rid of all those clothes that you never wear. Limit your choices down to a few clothes that you actually do wear and that you want to wear. I guarantee you, if you have a look at your closet right now, you will find a few items that you haven't worn in years. Then if you should buy new clothes sometimes in the future, keep it simple. Same shirts, same color, all the same socks, and don't buy clothes you don't need. There are actually a lot of very successful people that basically wear the same clothes every day, mainly to avoid decision fatigue and to save mental capacity. That's not a joke, it actually works. Mark Zuckerberg or Steve Jobs are really famous examples for this. And there are tons more. Just Google the phrase "why successful people wear the same clothes every day" or something like that, and you will get an endless flood of articles explaining the benefits of having a very simple and basic wardrobe. Also, you can limit your daily decisions by creating routines in your life. No matter what it is, morning routine, evening routine, work routine, workout routine or whatever, just create routines where you basically burn the habits into your mind. So you won't think about the actions anymore, you just do stuff. If you have to make important decisions, make them early on in the day when your mental energy is the highest. Good tip there. Simplify choices by setting clear criteria or rules. You have a problem and you need to make choices. Break it down and simplify the decision-making process and set some rules on how you go about choices. Listing pros and cons might be a good start. The Eisenhower matrix or basic prioritization methods can be helpful. Make quick decisions for trivial matters. If it's not that important, just get it out of the way. Clear your desk of that stupid email you have to answer or some random trivial choice you have to make. It's best to just do it and make a decision on the spot. This way it won't bother you any longer and it won't linger in the back of your head all day. Prepare in advance for predictable decisions. You can also make decisions proactively to avoid decision fatigue. For example, if you make a meal plan for the whole week, you won't have to think about what you want to have for dinner, it's already decided. Or a daily to-do list is also a very good example of this. If you create a to-do list for the next day or even the whole week, you won't have to think about what to do next, you just act. It's effective, simple and generates results. Delegate less trivial decisions to others when possible. This is more something for the workplace and not your personal life, but if you can delegate decisions, delegate decisions. No perfectionism. Seriously, this is important. It's much better to be more productive than to be perfect. You know, that friend that always wants to start a podcast or YouTube channel or whatever, and he just always talks about it and never takes any action, and he wants everything to be perfect. I was that guy. I'm about 1 year into my YouTubing and I still have no idea what I'm doing. But at least I got started and I'm learning along the way. It's terrible still, but maybe someday might get better. And if I wanted every video to be perfect, I would never publish videos. I would just edit forever. Good enough is good enough. No perfectionism. Take breaks. If you have a lot of important decisions to make during the day, take breaks. Take breaks to recharge your energy. Better yet, if you have multiple important decisions, spread them out over the week if possible. If you need to make 20 life-changing decisions in one day, by the time 20 comes around, you might be impulsive and decide something stupid. Better to wait and sleep over it. Automate decisions. If you can automate decisions, automate as much as possible. This is a really broad tip, but just to give you one example so you know what I'm hinting at here. My to-do app. I have tasks that just repeat forever. These are mostly tasks for basic life maintenance. They just reappear after a certain time and I have to do them again. Like checking if there's enough air in the tires of my car, or cleaning the toilet, or dusting the shelves, or whatever. These are micro tasks that just reappear randomly, or not randomly, but after a set time. It depends on the task. But they just appear in my daily to-do list and then I just do them. I don't need to think about them. I don't need to remember them. I don't have to plan them. It's just automated. No choices, no decisions, no mental load. It's a random Tuesday. A task appears like mop the floor and just mop the floor, complete the task. It will reappear in 6 weeks or whatever. That's just one example of automation. We can also get into scripting and programming, but this video would be like 10 hours long. Manage your environment and minimize distractions. This includes organizing your workspace and eliminating unnecessary annoyances, like put your phone on focus mode if you have to make a bunch of important decisions and need to do some research or whatever. A healthy lifestyle. A healthy lifestyle is very helpful to avoid fatigue in general and also, of course, decision fatigue. Nutritious meals, exercise, stay hydrated, avoid lots of sugar to avoid energy crashes. This will increase your well-being and it will increase your cognitive function, which in turn leads to better decisions. Reflect and learn. Reflect on your past decisions. Try to figure out what worked well and what didn't. Improve future decision-making processes and learn from mistakes. That's it. I hope you found some value in this video. And as always, thank you for watching and I see you next time on the ToasterBotnet. Just like and subscribe and stuff, so you know, for the algorithm.